As you know, we are still here on the floor of the 2023 HardRock Summit, and we love seeing all the unique minerals out there because there is just an incredible array of stuff here. But speaking of unique minerals, hey, that's the cue for unique minerals, and that's Evan Jones. So let's go in and let's catch up with Evan and let's see what he's brought to this wonderful show.
All right, so we are coming right around the corner, and there's Evan right there. How you doing, brother?
Great.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah.
Really happy to have you here at the 2023 HardRock Summit. I know you did some of the other shows. You did the Crown Plaza, and you did the Just Minerals. But hey, this is the last show of the Denver season, let's say, and you've got some great stuff.
Yeah, one might say that this is the pinnacle of the HardRock Summit.
Right on. Well, Evan, as usual, you have killer pieces in here, but there's one that really catches my eye, and it's a silver right in the corner here. Let's take a look at that.
Yeah, this is a really interesting piece, and this probably epitomizes the phrase, good things come in small packages. This wire silver is from a locality called Silver Islet. And Silver Islet is basically a little rock in the middle of Lake Superior. And in the late 1800s, it was discovered that there was a very rich silver deposit on this little rock sticking up out of the lake.
And this is Lake Superior that we're talking about?
Lake Superior, yes.
And so Ontario, Canada.
Correct, on the Canadian side of the lake. And apparently they had to do some real engineering to build up this little rock, this reef, if you will, so that they could build a mine on top of it to mine this material. And as I understand it, it was strictly the ore was strictly native silver. There was no acanthite, nothing like that.
Interesting.
And all of these specimens from this locality date to pre-1900. They're exceedingly hard to get. This is an exceptional piece. It's got a really neat old label.
Yeah, I was just looking at that label.
Yeah, St. Ignatius College Museum. I believe they were in Chicago.
That makes sense, sure.
And I was told by Chris Stefano that these labels are exceedingly difficult to get as well, especially when they're matched up with the specimen.
Right. Well, that's a true piece of history right there.
Yeah, so this is just a really amazing thing.
And that came out of an old collection, obviously?
Yeah, this came out of a collection.
Okay. That's super. You know, you are known so well for all of the things that you've brought out of Milpitas, and it doesn't stop. We've got some new things here that totally caught my eye. Tell us about this.
Yeah, now, the Milpitas mine, of course, produced a lot of wonderful crystallized material, including azurite and many other copper minerals, starting in 2007 and right on up through almost the present time. Then the mine shut down for a couple years. Well, it's since reopened. However, not a lot has come out of the mine since it's been reopened.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the first discoveries of something really fantastic since the mine has opened back up. And here, let's just take a look at one of these things. So the blue mineral is shattuckite, and it's completely coated with druzy quartz.
God, that is fabulous.
And
look at the light play on that.
Yeah, and this material was found 6 or 8 years ago at the Milpitas mine. But this new discovery exceeds it in quality and quantity, in my opinion.
Is it because of the druzy quartz that's better, or because of the color of the shattuckite, or what?
It's the depth of the color saturation.
Okay, all right.
A lot of the material from before, I mean, there were pieces this good from the earlier find, just not as many.
Gotcha.
So that's a really exceptional one. And let me show you another one of my favorites. I mean, who doesn't love druzy quartz? It's like, it makes it happy. It's blingy, it's sparkly. I love this one. because of the individual shattuckite balls underneath the quartz. So you've got nice color separation. Of course, the light blue is the mineral chrysocolla.
Mm-hmm. And such a striking color. When you get some of those primary colors, the yellows, the reds, the blues, that just really pop.
Here's another
it
one
makes
that
such a wonderful display.
I really like. This one, there's green malachite showing through, so you've got some nice color combinations there. And this, interestingly enough, not all of the shattuckite was coated with quartz. So here's some botryoidal velvet shattuckite.
And was that same pocket, or?
Yeah, the same pocket zone.
Okay.
With no quartz, or very little quartz at least.
Interesting. And did you have a lot like that came out with no quartz coating?
There weren't many like that.
Okay.
Yeah, there weren't many. So it's just wonderful material. I think everyone's going to love it.
That's great stuff. So it's still coming out. You'll have more in Tucson, maybe?
Well, yeah, I'll probably have more. We got a really good batch. I probably have another one coming, and sounds like that's going to be it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I don't think this isn't a situation where it's just going to keep coming and coming and coming.
So get it now.
Yeah.
And honestly, with Milpias, that has been a repeating story where it's like, hey, it's shutting down. We know it's shutting down. Get it now. Now's the opportunity.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, at least with the azurite, it was coming out over the course of several years. But some of these other mineral species from Milpias, it's not like that. It's usually a one and done, or a 1 and 2 and then done.
Super.
So,
well, we also have some neat new tourmalines up here.
Yeah, these have been coming out for a few years, and we got a really nice batch of these wonderful, gemmy, multicolored elbaite tourmaline crystals from the Congo. I love this one in particular because of that yellow band in the middle.
You know, the yellow is you don't see yellow that often in tourmaline, and when you do, it's always just something so special. I think that's just a great little piece there.
Yeah, this was a major discovery, and I know several dealers had wonderful examples, and we were just really happy to get that green. You know, there's a couple different colors of green in this.
And you got a little band of blue kind of right in the middle there. That's
I mean, in my opinion, these are some of the best tourmaline crystals to be mined in recent history.
Sure. Yeah. And going from green to green.
This is another fairly recent discovery. These have been coming out the last maybe 2 years from Peru. These fluorites. I love the color saturation, and you get a wide range of different shades of green. There's mint green, like this one here. Let's take a look at that. So you've got your mint green all the way to this deeper, almost emerald green.
And these are both from the same mine.
It's from the same mine.
The Milpo mine.
Milpo mine. There was some confusion at first where these were coming from. I think the original discovery was labeled Wanzala mine, but it was soon revealed that...
I dig that one in the back. Could you pull that out?
Yeah, that's a great one. It was soon revealed that it was not the Wanzala mine, but these are from the what's called the Atacocha district in the Cerro de Pasco region of Peru.
What's super cool?
And specifically the Milpo mine. Another one that I really like is this specimen here with these nice isolated octahedra with quartz crystals.
This is also from the Milpa mine?
Yep. Same location.
Wow.
So you can just see the variety of crystal habits and colors and mineral associations. I've seen these on galena, on pyrite, on sphalerite. Just super material.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
Well, moving down here, we've got a really neat array of malachites. Let's focus on this specimen here. This, of course, is from the Congo. Now, China also produces material like this, but this piece is from the Congo. We just got this back from the lab. It really cleaned up nice. just think of how they got this out of the mine without breaking all the stalactites.
Certainly, yeah.
It's always, it just amazes me to think of that. So this is
Wonderful.
brand new to us. We just acquired it in Africa, but it was picked up in Europe, and we brought it back home.
Okay.
And this is the first show that we've had it at.
Dynamite. And then it's bookended here by a couple fabulous slices.
Yeah, now these are special. These are really special lapidary pieces. This is old Congo material. This is not new rough. We happened to find a stalactite group, and look at the rind here.
Yeah.
That was from old material mined in the 1970s. And they're just not finding stuff like this anymore. What's great about this is the bullseyes of the stalactites, and then you get these wonderful chatoyant feathers around the bullseyes, and then it's surrounded by there's no breakage here, a complete rind.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, look at that.
These things, you almost always see them, broken or with the rind missing or something. But this specimen was complete. This was cut by the extremely talented lapidary Nikolai Medvedev.
Oh, right on. Yeah, he's famous for viewers of the What's Hot program for those wonderful boxes that he creates.
Yes.
And he actually was kind of, his first claim to fame, his first big outing was an article that your father wrote.
Yeah, that was the first publicity that he got, and that was in the early 1980s that my dad wrote. Here's another piece from the same stalactite group. Again, you've got your complete rind. That's really important. Look at the patterns. I mean, this is just exceptional. And look at that.
Oh, man. I love that you have both sides polished like that. Super.
So, really hard to get this material. It's just not available.
Now, I seem to remember a bunch of years ago at the Westward Look, you had a whole series of malachite stalactite slabs, right?
Yeah, that was more recent material.
Right.
Which is still coming out from time to time. Very chatoyant malachite slices with some chrysocolla associated.
Yeah.
It's a little different than this older material.
Right, but my point being, you're lucky enough to be one who somewhat consistently seems to uncover these. So you've got the magic touch with that.
Well, it's funny. When I was younger, I was kind of a mineral and crystal purist. I didn't do anything with lapidary stuff.
Right, right.
Now we're getting into it a little bit, and especially materials that have a mineralogic relationship to the specimens that, the crystallized things that we sell. So that, they kind of go hand in hand.
Super.
Want to look at a couple more things?
Do I?
All right. Well, let's open the case. See what we can see.
Get the viewers at home a look at the case from the bottom up.
Yep, we've got some nice Moroccan quartz material here at the bottom. Different habits, different forms.
Yeah, those are so structural.
Yeah, really neat stuff.
And almost by design, I'm going to end on this green beauty here that, just jumps out and grabs your eye.
Yeah, this is
it's showing up a little bit bluer on the camera than real life.
Yeah, this is a real prize. What we've got here, this is an emerald specimen, but it's from North America.
Yep.
And the locality is Hiddenite, North Carolina.
Famous locality for American emeralds, but this piece, the size and the quality of this, superb.
Yeah, this specimen, as I understand it, was collected in the 1960s at the famous Adams Farm. And it had been in a collection for many decades, and it was recently came to the fore and is now available. This has to be one of the top 2 or 3 emeralds from North Carolina.
It's a superb piece.
Yeah, it's just,
And again, I'm looking at it, you know, in the camera and in real life, and you have to see this in real life.
Yeah, this is just.
I mean, the camera cannot reproduce the proper dynamic range or the proper color. Green is one of the hardest colors to accurately produce on any kind of digital camera, and so this is coming out a little bit more on the blue side, but in reality, it's this beautiful mint green. I mean, it's typical Hiddenite. It's fabulous.
Dark bands on the termination there of a darker color. That green color is very difficult. Dioptase is another one.
Dioptase is notorious.
Very hard.
Emerald also, you know, emeralds that you would see from Colombia, but, also very difficult. But this is just classic Hiddenite color. I love that you mentioned that little darker spot on the top of the lower termination there.
Yep, it's a little zone right there.
Oh, and they're both zoned like that.
Yeah, both of them. So this is truly an incredible North American gem crystal.
Dude, I'm honestly drooling over this. This is such a pleasure to see. Superb. Congratulations on that.
Thanks,
That's really
Brian.
great. That's worth seeing. All right, brother. Appreciate it, man. Thank you again.
Pleasure.
Thanks for taking the time out. I know it's a busy day, but hey, that's what we do here at the Hard Rock Summit.
We're here. We're doing it. We love you guys.
All right, brother. Be well. Cheers.
See ya. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.